Do you know you can make a difference in someone else's life in a matter of 5 minutes or even less?
I have a local family that is having a really hard time, y'all. So I'm getting all the links set up on my website so you can go directly to their Fund Me page. Go help them, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about what's happening. So this family has 4 children now, 2 in school and 2 newborns sitting at Nick's, 100 miles away, guys, okay? And they are doing everything they can to try to make the bills to cover all of the life-saving surgeries that these beautiful newborn little miniature little tiny babies have just had to have. And who knows how many more they're going to need before they're out of danger and finally able to come home with their family. So mom and dad are busy trying to figure out how to pay the bills, trying to be present for their family, taking care of their boys, getting them to school, taking care of all the things, and waiting for those desperate calls as the caller ID goes, Nix is on the line. And they find out that one of their little newborn babies has to have another life surgery, has to have another transfusion, has to go back onto being incubated. As a mom, I can only begin to imagine if that was my own children and I was going through that struggle of living here with my older children and trying to work to pay the bills to get everything done and going to bed every night not knowing if my babies were going to make it, to hold and carry those babies in my womb, to feel them grow, to feel their life, and then upon birth have them completely separated from me and I couldn't even touch them. I can only imagine. And the desperate midnight runs all the way down to the hospital, 2 hours away, I can only imagine. So we are organizing a fundraiser drive for this family to help them cover everything that's coming their way. Now, no, money is not going to make all their problems go away. It's not instantly going to make their babies better. But even just $5 covers a meal. A few dollars here, a few dollars there. It adds up. That covers their fuel to get back and forth. That covers the medical bills they are currently expecting to be seen. But every time a dollar comes in, $5 or even more comes in, that is a heartfelt donation that truly just leaves a person in absolute tears of absolute gratitude and appreciation. This is a family that never asked for anything. They never asked for help. They just buckle down and they work and they work and they make it happen. But there are always going to be times in our lives when we have events that come up that are outside of our control that we can't take care of on our own. To raise a child, it takes a community. But if that community doesn't know that it's happening, how are they to help? So I'm going to drop their GoFundMe page on the announcement on my homepage. And we are organizing a fundraiser to make this happen so that we can bring awareness to what is going on with them so that they can get the financial support that they need. So I highly encourage you, come join me. Would you like to learn how to bake? Because that is what we're going to do. We are going to be doing a live bread bake. I'm going to teach you one of my free recipes from start to finish live with you. How to make my old Pioneer inspired recipe that takes an
1.5 to 2 hours to make. Okay, that's pretty amazing. It all depends on the type you have available. This is a denser bread, but to have bread that you can pull out of your cupboard and all you had to do was be around for an hour and take 10 to 15 minutes of actual mixing time with your own 2 hands, that's amazing. So we are doing this live bread baking training class so that you can learn how to make bread, but also so that we can bring awareness to the cause, so that we can help 2 little baby twins and their mom and dad and their 2 big brothers, so that they can sleep just the tiniest bit easier. You never know how far your ripples are going to go, and those babies are a testament to that. At only 2 weeks old, they have no idea how many lives that they have reached out and touched already. Outside the hospital staff and mom and dad, no one has met these 2 babies. But we see their pictures and we hear their mom pour her heart and soul with tears in her eyes through her little blog posts on her GoFundMe page every week. And at only 2 weeks old, they have touched countless lives already. At 2 weeks old. So as you as an adult, imagine how many lives you have touched already too. How many lives could you touch in the next 5 minutes? How far are your ripples gonna go? Remember, you don't know how far your ripples go. You don't know how many lives you're going to touch. And even at 2 weeks old, these 2 little babies have touched more lives than I can even begin to imagine. And I want to bring the smallest little bit of relief to them. So I choose to use my influence, my pages, to help bring awareness to these flights and these hardships for my local community members. This is something I do out of love, out of passion, and out of my bleeding heart to help in the ways that I can. And the way that I can best help is to use my voice, to use my platforms, to use my crafts, to bring my skills to life, to benefit you, so that they can have the means to be there for their children, so that they can have the means to show up for themselves emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. They can have the time they need to heal, to grow, and to do it together. I do this for them. I do this for you. My dear, I love you. And remember, we never know when things are going to happen. So pay it forward, because you never know when unexpected things are going to happen, and it's going to be you on the other side. I've been there myself, and I've seen people step in and help and save me in my times of greatest need, and it is my absolute pleasure to do this. Swing over to the website, Mill the Artistry, and go click on their link, and you can find all of the details of when these live bakes are going to be happening, these live classes, where with all of their links to go directly there, right there on the announcement page. You can get your free recipes, the whole works, so that you can learn how to bake bread, like full loaf bread, sandwich bread, in an hour and a half. And this is my free gift to you, because I know what it's like to be in that time crunch and not know how to do it, and money's getting tight. And this is my gift to Sam and her family, so that they can sleep a little bit easier tonight. I love you guys with all my heart, all my thoughts, all my blessings. May this be a little bit easier for you, because I care deeply about you.